Before introducing our speaker, I would like to first remind you about our organization. As you might know, ARISC is an American overseas research center that supports research in and about Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia, both in the South Caucasus and the US. A member of the Council of American Overseas Research Centers, CAORC, ARISC offers fellowships, programming, and research support. I now have a pleasure to introduce Sose Grigoryan, who is a recipient of ARISC's small grant for fieldwork in the Armenian Catholic regions of Georgia. Ms. Grigoryan is a PhD student at the Institute of Archaeology and Ethnology, National Academy of Sciences, Republic of Armenia. Her research focuses on a religious culture of Armenian Catholics. Sose Grigoryan obtained her MA degree in Armenian language and literature from Yerevan State University. She is a participant of various international conferences and an author of publications. Please join me in a round of virtual applause to welcome Ms. Grigoryan. Thank you. Ms. Grigoryan, the floor is yours. You can start your presentation.
Hello, everyone. Now I can start my presentation about Armenian Catholics of South Caucasus. The project presents history of Armenian Catholic Church. It presents all objective historical events and context in which Armenians living in the territory of Ottoman Empire adopted Catholicism, and as a result of Russian-Turkish war had to migrate and settle in Shirak, Tashir, and Lori regions of modern-day Armenia, as well in Javakhk, currently the Georgian provinces of Akhaltsikhe, Akhalkalaki, and Ninotsminda. My research is based on two major methods: ethnographic fieldwork conducted in all Armenian Catholic villages, and the research of archival materials, literature, and scientific sources about Middle Eastern studies, religious studies, Armenian studies, arts, literature, and Catholic religious communities. The story of Armenian Catholics in Armenia and the South Caucasus is long enough. There is no doubt that their roots go back too many centuries that involve an interminable and controversial Christology concerning the Chalcedonist tradition. Historically, the Armenian Catholic community was characterized by migrations, which took place in the first quarter in the 19th century after the Russian-Turkish Adrianople alliance. Seeking to escape the brutal conditions of the Ottoman Empire, Armenian Catholics left cities such as Karin, Erzurum, Alashkert, and Mush and found sanctuary within the Russian Empire. New villages were created and the church was stabilized in the Shirak, Tashir, and Lori regions of modern-day Armenia, as well in Javakhk, currently the Georgian provinces of Akhaltsikhe, Akhalkalaki, and Ninotsminda, formerly Bogdanovka. Today, in many countries of the world, near the Armenian Apostolic Church, there are separate and dispersed large communities of Armenian Catholics. The publications about the Catholic community are scarce and information is limited of unity of Venice and Vienna, or at least of Franks of Armenia and Georgia, when they occupy a relatively large geographic area. Due to an annual calendar of 1960, published in Tbilisi and perhaps produced in 1920 and 1921, authorizing the apostolic administrations to use existing Armenian Catholic charts of the Russian Empire. The calendar offers a general picture of the structure, including names, titles, cities, villages, charts, dioceses, ages, and other statistical dates. Now, according to various sources, there are 500 to 600,000 followers of the Catholic Church, which are located around the world. In this regard, the Eastern Diocese mainly includes Armenia, Georgia, and Cis Catholics. The diocese was established after the collapse of Soviet Union. It received official recognition in 1992. The premises is situated in Gyumri, Armenia. According to census of 2011, the number of Catholics is about 180,000 people, who mostly live in Armenia's northern regions, particularly in Shirak and Lori regions, partly in Yerevan. There are also large communities of Armenian Catholics in Latin America, Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, Iran, Egypt, France, USA, Canada, Turkey, Ukraine, Greece, Argentina, Romania, Israel, and elsewhere. Within this article, we will try to rebound settled in Armenian Catholics of Javakhk, moreover referred in the historical events and the motives for what the Armenian population of historic Armenia adopted Catholicism. Since of the period of Armenian Cilicia, the Roman Catholic Church began an extensive missionary activity. However, the first attempts of Catholicization were made during the period of the Crusades and were conditions to the socio-political situation in the Kingdom of Cilicia. The first Catholic center was founded in the western province of Vaspurakan Artas in 15th century and was called St. Thaddeus Catholic Church. The founders of church were Zakaria Tortoretsi and prominent scholars Johann Yerzankatsi. In 1307, they participate in the meeting of Adana, whereas as well as insist adapted to the law of the Unitarism. In 1749, the Armenian Catholic Church built in the convent of Buzumar, Lebanon. Western Catholic outreach begins after the fall of Constantinople, when it became the capital of the Ottoman Empire, and after a while were established various legions based on different religions, as well as on spiritual centers of Roman Catholics. In 1742, Armenia was divided into two leadership, Karin and Akhaltsikhe. Catholic Armenians of Javakhk, Georgia, belong to the Eastern Diocese of the Roman Catholic Church, whose representatives have settled in 19th century in Akhalkalaki district. In 1828 to 1829, at the end of the Russia-Turkish War, due to Adrianople Agreement signed on October 7, were given the right of Ottoman subjects to migrate to territory of Russian Empire. Many thousand representatives of Armenian Apostolic Church, with the leadership Archbishop of Karin, Karapet Bakratuni, and other seniors, get a permit to General Paskevich, and with his army left their homes and confirmed largely in Akhaltsikhe, Akhalkalaki, and Ninotsminda, Zalka areas, restoring and establishing more than 15 villages. Overall, nearly in 1716 indigenous families, around 10 to 11,000 people, 649 Muslim, 179 Georgian families settled in 58,000 Eastern Armenians. According to 1920 calendar of Russian Empire, a number of Catholics which were settled in 12 villages of Akhalkalaki were 5,762 or 693 homes. In 1829 to 1830, because of mass immigration, were almost expelled Erzurum, Basen, Khnus, Derjan, and other provinces. Only some of Catholic population in the villages relying to sponsorship Pope and Western powers didn't migrate. On the other hand, as a result of military operations greatly suffered main Armenian population of Akhaltsikhe. These areas were mostly deserted, and residents migrated to Tbilisi and other places. After the conquest, Akhaltsikhe and Akhalkalaki by Russians partially reconstructed several Armenian settlements. In 1813, migrant people from Ardahan and Erzurum on the ruined and abandoned settlements founded around 15 villages. During the first years of Soviet Union, established several new villages were approved some of the residents of Armenian villages in the region. This includes Zhdanov, Vakan, Aspara, New Khulgumo. Their villages don't have any churches. The largest of these villages is Zhdanovakan, which has more than 1,000 residents. Others are smaller, about 300 or 400 people. In Akhaltsikhe province, Catholic Armenians established in 7 villages. Sukhlis, which are approved by immigrants of Karin's Hinsk village, Nyokhreb or Mokhreb, Tsaldbila, which population's ancestors immigrated from Tortom's Norshen and Rabat villages, 44 family. Unfortunately, we don't know about origin ancestors of Abadkhev, Zinuban, and Hulalis places. Today, the Catholics of Samtskhe Javakheti are distributed in Alastan, Tursk, Varevan, Bavra, Khulgumo, Kartikam of Akhalkalaki region, Heshtia, Zhdanovakan, Teoria, Ujmana, Aspara, New Khulgumo of Ninotsminda region, and Sukhlis, Hulalis, Traldbila, Zinuban, Mokhreb, Abadkhev, Julkha villages of Akhaltsikhe district and Valais town, which is inhabited only by half Catholic Armenians. There are followers of the Catholic Church and a part of Eastern Diocese. Catholic Armenians are an integral part of the administrative-territorial unit of the Armenian people in Samtskhe Javakheti. Their issues are broadly the same as Apostolic Armenians and are domain issues in Samtskhe Javakheti. Thank you.